Hello, my beautiful peeps. Welcome back to A Nurse in the Kitchen. This is your friend, Chef Nurse Maggie. I want you to know I am fresh off the boat. I went on a cruise and got in this morning, and today's Friday. I don't have much time, but I know I want to keep my promise to you to post a video every single week. I know last video I promised you we would do breakfast, but because I want to film something for you today, I thought I would just limit it to showing you how to make homemade granola, which is the ultimate breakfast that you can use in a different variety of things, and I'll show you a couple. So I went on a cruise. I had the best time. So today I'm going to show you how to make granola. Now before we do, I want to show you, I have my tea here, and I want to show you what I'm drinking today. I'm drinking passion fruit all the way from the island of Hawaii. I love Hawaii, and this lady used to live there, and she blessed me with some of these teas. So I am going to, I put a splash of lemon juice in here, and then I'm gonna put a little bit of agave. Remember, I don't use white sugar in almost anything except for baking. So I'm going to put that in there, and that's what I'll be sipping on. All right, so I'm gonna get my ingredients ready, and I'll see you in just a tad. Okay, I'm gonna be toasting some almonds. I'd say this is about 1/3 of a cup. Okay, so we are going to just move it around. It's always good when you're toasting almonds to put them like in a non-stick pan so you can control the heat, and as soon as it turns a little bit brown, then they're okay. In the meantime, I'm getting ready for the coconut flakes. We are going to be toasting some coconut as well. And I have these little, I think they're about 4 ounces. And we're going to maybe do 3 ounces of the coconut. And the coconut flakes is optional. So if you don't like coconut, absolutely, you can leave it out. But I love coconut, so I am putting it in. There we go. It's gonna taste amazing. Yeah, just about that. It's about 3 ounces. Okay, guys. So how is life treating you guys? It's starting to turn a little bit brown. I'm gonna put the coconut over here so you could see. I just like toasted almonds. I don't like raw almonds. So, and then when it's done, I'm gonna put it in another one of those little glass jars. You know, a lot of these little things you can buy online. I know when I had the restaurant, I had certain places, but I think like Bed Bath & Beyond, Walmart, and any of those Target, you can order those online. And you know, with those stores, there are a lot of things that you can get online that you can get in the store. You know that, right? Okay. So I took the almonds out, okay? So it was about, I'd say maybe 5 minutes on medium heat. So now I'm putting the coconut flakes, and we're gonna do the same. Let them turn brown a little bit. The reason you want to toast these separately is because if you don't, and when I'm getting ready to put the whole mixture in the oven, it might burn, and you don't want it to burn. And remember what I said about burnt taste? It's really difficult to overcome that once you burn something, so be very careful. Control your heat. Here I have my tea getting ready. I want to show you what tea I'm drinking today. As you all know, I'm a tea drinker. Not sweet tea, but hot tea. So if you have any special tea that you like, something that I can order online or I can find in a store, let me know. There was a store in the mall, in the local mall. It was just for tea. And I also wondered, how do they make any money just selling tea? But it went out of business. So, doing business is a tough thing, you know, because you have to have that supply and demand. You have to do something that people want. So even though you want to drink tea, but how much tea are you going to drink for a business to just sell tea? So that's a little bit difficult. All right, so I'm just going to show you, and when it's nice and brown, I'll put it away. So because I want to save my time, because I don't want this video to run too long. See you in a bit. Sorry guys, I had to restart the video. So in here we have 2.5 cups of oats, Quaker oats, quick, cooking 1 minute oats, and we put 1/2 cup of wheat germ. And I said that I do not patronize, or I don't get paid to mention any of these brands, just because that's what I use. That's the only reason I'm mentioning them. We also had 1/2 cup of brown sugar. Okay, that's what's in here. And I put 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon, and then I'm gonna grate some nutmeg. I do have ground nutmeg, but I don't know, I just like the fresh nutmeg better. So here we go. Remember my small little grater? And if you recall, nutmeg is pretty strong, so we don't want to go crazy. Alrighty, and then we're going to use 1/3 cup of water, which is in here. 1/3 cup of vegetable oil. This is the time where you don't use olive oil because it'll be so strong. You want a mild oil. So you could use coconut oil, you could use canola oil, you can use plain vegetable oil, which is what I use. 1/3, maybe 2 tablespoons of honey. Two tablespoons of honey. And again, I have natural honey, 100%. And you know, when you're doing fruit as well, try to get organic as much as you can. You know it's better for you, so. Okay. And we're going to use 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla. Now, vanilla, I also go ad lib. I just go to the cup, the little cup, and I do maybe a couple. But if you have one of those teaspoon, you know, you get a mix of different, like a tablespoon, a teaspoon, 1/2 teaspoon, 1/2 tablespoon, you can get those and measure. And let's see, we have the nutmeg in there, we have the brown sugar, so we just go ahead and mix everything together. I could use my hand, but I don't want to gross anybody out, so I will. Remember me and RTE, ready to eat food, so we don't want to touch anything that's ready to eat, but this is going to go in the oven. So I'm going to turn the oven on. We'll do 375. Remember, always try to put to use a warm oven whenever you're cooking. You don't want to put anything in a cold oven. I don't know, I kind of remember there was a recipe I was doing and they wanted us to use a cold oven. Oh, what we didn't put is the maple syrup. We're gonna use the same 2 tablespoons of maple syrup. You could also use molasses if you have it. Okay, don't go crazy if you don't have certain things. Now, when you do your granola, you could say goodbye to sugary cereal because this is so much better. It is so much tastier and it is so good for you. Okay, let me put my honey away before I dump it. So what we're gonna do now, let me taste it just to make sure. Oh, we forgot the salt. I like to put a little pinch of salt. Everything in balance, guys. So it's gonna be a short video. In next video, I definitely am going to show you how to do some breakfast. And the reason I decided to do the granola is because the granola or cereal is just the ultimate, you know, American breakfast. Oops, oh my goodness, Maggie. Okay, let's see how that tastes. And then we're gonna put it in the oven and let it cook for maybe 10 minutes. This is good. It's a little sweet for me just because I'm not a sweet person. So I'm gonna put a little bit more oats in here. But if you have a sweet tooth, this will be perfect. Okay. And I'm gonna add a splash of water. And remember, a lot of these ad-lib things you do is because of experience. Once you know, you become comfortable with your own skills, you can add a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and it's gonna be okay. Okay, so now I have a prepared dish, you know, like a 9-inch baking dish. You're just gonna put that in there. You don't need to spray it with any kind of oil because you already have oil in here. The trick with the granola is not to let it overcook. Okay? As soon as it gets a little bit crunchy, you want to take it out. We're going to let it cook. And then, here it is. This is the granola. We're going to let it cook. Then we're going to add our fruit and the coconut and the nuts. And that's what makes it yummy. All right, guys? I'll see you in a bit. Okay, guys. This is the granola. It came out of the oven. It's a little bit browner than I wanted. So the time that I told you to put it in the oven, it's more than 15 minutes actually. It's about 30 minutes. Like, depending on your oven and how warm it is, you know how it is, some ovens are hotter than others. So keep an eye on it. You don't want the color to be too brown, and then you have to kind of move it around halfway. You know, flip it so that you hear that, how crunchy it is, that's what you want. Okay, now we're putting our almonds in. And in here, I have some cranberry, I have some apricot. I love apricot, but I have chopped them to kind of almost mimic the size of the, which one is that? Cranberries, and also I have some raisins, okay? So whatever you like, you can put that. Ad-lib, depending on your taste. And this is the toasted coconut. You see how nice and golden it is? If I had put it in there when I was cooking the granola, it would have been burnt, and you don't want that. All right, so now we're gonna mix everything, and it's nice and beautiful. Look at that, oh my gosh. You know, when I had the restaurant, people used to love this stuff. So you could just have some like regular cereal, you know, with some milk, and put some fruit in it. Or you can do, we used to do a granola cup. Of course, this cup is bigger, and we used to have like an 8-inch and we had a 16-inch. So this is just to show you at home what it could look like. So you want some low-fat yogurt. I just happened to go to the store and got this one. It is made with 2% whole milk, or you could have 1%, or you can have fat-free, depending on your taste. I just don't like fat-free anything myself. But the fat content is only 5 grams per serving, and 1 serving is 1 cup. So that's not bad, okay? Because the one with whole milk was 22 grams per serving. All right, pay attention. And one good thing about if you want to start eating healthy, you have to learn to read labels. And remember that what you see on the back of it is per serving, and then you have to see how many serving is in this whole container. In this whole container, there are 4 servings. So this whole thing would have about 20 grams of fat. So if you want to make a granola cup, so what I used to do, I used to just take some yogurt, I put it at the bottom. I'm not gonna fill it too much because it's gonna be me eating it, and after this cruise, oh my God, I have to detox so bad. You all know how it is when you go on a cruise. Food. Oh my word, it was terrible. So you would put some granola, right? And then I'd do another layer. Okay? And you can buy any kinds of yogurt that you want. Remember, it's not sour cream, it's yogurt. I love sour cream too. I love Daisy's sour cream, but it's not what you want, okay? And then you put another little bit of granola on top. Oh my God, look how pretty that is. And then what you do, you just add some fresh fruit, which I went to the store and found some organic blueberries, and I used to do that. And I have some raspberries, and I put some in there. Oh my God, it looks so pretty. And to finish it off, can you see this cup? Oh no, it's right here, okay? This is a granola cup. Man, it's gorgeous. And what you want to do is to decorate with some mint. Voila. Beautiful. I'll take a picture and put it on there. And you can also do a granola bowl. You can have a bowl like this, and then you layer it. I'm not gonna do it because again, I'm gonna have to eat that. You put yogurt, granola, and then you just put some fresh fruit, okay? This is definitely, at this size, this is definitely a good breakfast for anybody, but without the fat, right? So you can skip the eggs and do this, and not that I have anything against eggs, but it gives you options. So if you have a party and you're gonna have breakfast, you have eggs, you have sausage, you have bacon, it's nice to have some frozen yogurt. Some yogurt, not frozen, some yogurt and some granola. Let people kind of mix it. And they really like that, having that option, especially if you have any vegan there. Because in this, it's vegan, okay? Because there is no dairy, there is nothing animal product. So for you vegans out there, don't say I didn't do anything for you. Alrighty? So, I want to thank you again for spending a little bit of time, and I know this was pretty last minute, but I wanted to give you an option for breakfast. So you can do this for the weekend if you want to have something healthy. And next week, definitely we'll do eggs, we'll do omelets, we'll do some, we could do hash browns, we could do home fries, which I used to do at the restaurant, and show you how to cook bacon to make sure it stays straight so it's not all twisted. And you know, on the cruise they had bacon, but it was like all thrown together and twisted. I don't like that, you know. They teach you presentation in school. So everything, you want your bacon to be nice and straight, and I'll show you how to do that. In the meantime, thank you so much for being with me. I'm getting ready to go to work tomorrow, getting back in the grind, and life goes on. Make sure you take time to smell the roses. Make sure you take your vacation. My nurses, I want you to know, I want to brand this channel as the cure for nurse burnout. If you don't want to burn out, take your breaks. The work will be there. Don't go 12 hours without emptying your bladder. It's not worth it. Go outside, get some fresh air. Like for me, I work 16 hours. I make sure I take my 2 breaks and I go outside. I walk in the sun so I can get my vitamin D. Very important. Don't skip your vacation. Take your vacation. Don't cash it in. Go do something funny. Do something funny, something fun. Because this is one of the things that we have in America. We do not decompress enough. In Europe, people have 4 weeks vacation and they take it. When you talk to a European, they talk about going on holiday. We go on holiday. It's very important. And some people label them as being lazy. No, they're smart. We think we are just so efficient, but we're killing ourselves, aren't we, with stress. And we have mental illness because we don't relax. Stress gets to us and it just translates into everything that we do. Not just job burnout, but relationships, right? Those suffer as well. And there are so many myths. I remember when I was growing up and you felt, as a nurse, you felt like, oh, I want to go back to school. I want to get a master's degree. And I'm raising these 3 children. They're into all kinds of sports. I don't have time to cook with them. I'm yelling at them. I'm stressed out. As an old woman, I can tell you, you cannot do it all. You got to space yourself. Don't believe that you have to accomplish everything in the first 2-3 decades of your life. No, you don't. You're going to kill yourself. And stress is directly related to heart disease, cancer, diabetes, and all of that. So take care of yourself, okay? So I will see you next week. I wish you a great week. Get some rest, decompress, do something fun, have a hobby. Life is for the living. Au revoir. À la prochaine.